Hi, in this video today I'm going to show you how you can play your PlayStation 4 controllers on your PlayStation 5. I'm going to show you two different ways of doing it, syncing it up via a cable and also wirelessly, and also I'm going to show you both controllers. So this is the version 1 PlayStation 4 controller and this is the version 2. They're both known as DualShock 4 controllers. So this is only going to work when you're using PlayStation 4 games on the PlayStation 5. If you try to do it with a PlayStation 5 game, it will just say that it's not supported. And the reason is because the newer PlayStation 5 controller, the DualSense controller, works slightly differently with the adaptive triggers and also the haptic feedback. So that's been programmed into the games. So these are not going to work on PlayStation 5 games. But it's still useful if you want to play your older games and you don't want to fork out more money, you can just reuse what you've got. Now, first way we're going to connect it up is via a cable. So with your PlayStation 5, you're going to get a cable with it. The problem is the newer controllers take a USB-C connection, which is this one here. But we know that the older controllers take a micro USB. So obviously you've got to use a micro USB cable to get the older controllers to work. Now with the USB cables, make sure that it supports both data and charging, because some of the cheaper ones only have 2 wires in them to cut down on cost, and they're only going to work on charging. If you get a better quality cable, it should have 4 wires connected, 2 to make it charge and 2 for the data. And they're the cables we need to sync up these controllers here. So if we plug it in via the USB port in the front here, let's start with the version 2 controller. All we have to do is plug it into here and you will see it will start to charge. Can you see the orange light there? And as soon as we hit this button here, it will now pair up as player 2. But obviously we have to log in on the screen. So let me just show you that. So if you have a look here, if I was to sign in here, you will then see, now if I was to go and hold this down here, it will go over to this controller here. And look, I can use it. But if I was to go into Astro's Playroom, which is a PlayStation 5 game, then what will happen is it says PS5 games can't be played using the DualShock 4. And it's quite nice because you can actually hear the sounds coming through this little speaker here. But unfortunately you can't do anything. So we're going to have to exit out of that by just holding down the PlayStation button. But yet if we were to go into, for example, a PlayStation 4 game, then it's going to work absolutely fine and it won't bring any warning up on screen here. Right, so if you have a look here, you can see that it works absolutely fine via the PlayStation 5. Okay, so now let's show you how to connect it up without the cable, because you can also sync it up wirelessly as well. Now I forgot to mention, just because you synced it up via a cable, of course you can unplug that cable and then you can just use it wirelessly like you would normally use. Now let's say if we want to connect up the second controller, we can use this or we can use this to actually connect up that controller. All we have to do is go over to Settings, which is that little icon there, press X, and then we're going to go all the way down to where it says Accessories, and then we're going to go to Bluetooth Accessories. Now as you can see, we've got this connected and also the wireless controller, which is the DualSense controller, but now we want to connect up this version 1 PlayStation 4. So we need to put this into pairing mode. To do that, we're going to hold down the share button and the PlayStation button together. It's easier if you hold down the share button to begin with, then the PlayStation button, and then you will see after about 4 or 5 seconds, the light will start flashing like that. And now watch, in a little while, it should come up down here. And now you can see it's come up down here, DualShock 4. So all we have to do is work our way down to where it says DualShock 4, enter into that. It says please wait. Do you want to register it? Yes. And now you can see we can add a user. Let's play as a guest. And now look, can you see we've got the green light because this is now the 3rd player. And you can see it working there. So that's how you can play and use your PlayStation 4 controllers on the PlayStation 5. And if you're wondering whether it will stay synced up after you turn it off, of course it will, just like a normal PlayStation 4 controller. So this PlayStation 5 is now off. All we have to do is hold down the PlayStation button there, controller comes to life, and the PlayStation 5 comes to life. And there it is starting up here. And now we can log in again using this, and you can see now this is player 1. So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, if you found it helpful, think about giving it a thumbs up. Take care. Bye now.